Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. P, and welcome back today for another Fortnite Battle Royale video. Now, in today's video, I'm going to get you caught up on everything going on in the world of Fortnite in terms of updates, news, information, and of course, get you an update on the island that is roaming around the map. So if you enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you're brand new, and turn on notifications to make sure you're being updated and fully notified each and every time I pump out a new video right here on the channel. And with that said, let's get straight into it. So let's start off with an island update, the rune update. So essentially the island has not moved. It's been a little over 43 hours since it arrived, and it looks like it may take 48 hours. I mean, that sounds like a realistic expectation to have it move a little bit later today, 48 hours after it arrived, but don't quote me on that, that's not for sure. I'll definitely update you as soon as this starts moving around again. Remember, it looks like this island is going in reverse order to all the runes the cube printed. So it's going to go to the one it last printed and go all the way back around and backtrack through all the runes until it gets back to the very first one. At least that's what it looks like it's doing so far. Why exactly? No one's too sure. The reason is pretty much unknown at this point, and I'm sure we'll find out more in the coming weeks as we get more and more of the loading screens. I'm sure we'll get some loading screens in future updates. I'm very excited about that. That's like the most telling thing about the entire story. In Season 4, the storyline was very clear with the loading screens. Season 5, not so much. So far through Season 6, not so much either, but it's also only been 2 loading screens. I fully expect there to be a pretty clear explanation as to the story of the season with the upcoming loading screens. Speaking of loading screens, they usually come alongside an update. They're leaked right away from data miners, and speaking of that update, we were expecting it to be today, but it's actually going to be this Thursday, it looks like, according to Fortnite Leaks over on Twitter. He says one of the main reasons that Fortnite might change the day the update is because kids started school back and they don't want them to miss the update. It's definitely a logical point, I won't argue with that, and I have a question for you guys. Speaking of this mention of school, are you guys back in school? I'm assuming everyone is at this point. Like, if you're going to school, you're probably back in at this point, but definitely, I'm just curious. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're up to. One thing that I love about Fortnite, and the thing that really separates it from a lot of other games and games coming up soon that will be of the Battle Royale genre that will try to challenge it, is Fortnite is pumping out updates faster than any other game possibly ever could, just for the sole reason that it is still in early access. Like, technically, if you want to get down to the bare bones specifics of Fortnite, it's still a beta. It's legitimately still an early access beta, but the reason they're not going to upgrade it to a full game is because while they're still in early access, they're able to push out updates very quickly. Way quicker than any major game could, just because it's technically a beta and things are constantly changing. They're allowed to update it much quicker than other games, and that's a really big thing Fortnite has going for it, because even though games will come and go, Fortnite will constantly be pumping out new updates for the foreseeable future. A lot of people say Fortnite is dying, and when in reality it's basically peaking. Like, literally, this last month, August, I believe, not this last month, but August was actually Fortnite's best month ever in terms of revenue made, active players, and everything like that. So people who say Fortnite is dying, they don't really know what they're talking about, to be completely honest with you, because Fortnite is alive and well and will be for the foreseeable future. So we actually have a bit of breaking news, courtesy of Fortnite Leaks on Twitter. He says there is going to be a collision with the floating island and something on the Fortnite map. As you can see right there in the game's files, it says island collision, and there's the proof for you, and basically everything that these Twitter leak accounts have put out comes true. Like, at this point, there's no reason to doubt anything coming from a Fortnite leak account, at least most of them. Most of them are legitimate. The tweet also notes that this is likely to occur after the cube and the island have gone back to all of the 7 rune sites and perform whatever ritual is going on or harnessing the power. I personally believe the cube is powering itself back up and powering the island through the runes that they printed earlier, but that's just my opinion. Definitely let me know what you think. So this is definitely interesting and intriguing to me. So there's going to be a collision. This island, this floating island, is going to make contact with an area on the map after it's gone through and touched all the runes and done whatever it's doing to all the runes. The question is, what could it be doing? At this point, I literally don't even have the slightest clue as to what it could be knocking itself into, and it's unclear what the actual result of this collision is going to be. Is it going to be, devastating? Is it going to be not that big? Is it just going to be, a little part of the map, or is it going to completely affect the way the map is? Who knows? But I do actually want to share this with you. I found this on Reddit, and essentially it is a map of Fortnite with all of the corrupted areas, aka the former rune sites, mapped out and linked together. And if you actually do it in this very specific fashion as I'm showing you here, it forms a cube. Now, why is this important? Well, I don't know if it is or not, but if it is, a cube is literally the item that has been the focal point of Season 5 and a very, very big point in Season 6. The cube, after all, is still there, and it's lifting the island up. Like, the cube itself has enough power to lift this item off the ground and have a whirlwind around it the whole time and move it around the map. So clearly the cube is still important, and you can make a cube by connecting all the dots to the rune sites. Now, on Reddit, the speculation seems to be that this could possibly be an area of the map that is lifted up very much the same way the rune sites are being lifted out of the ground by the cube. It would be really interesting and a very cool way to introduce the possibility of making a new map for Season 7. Wow, it's wild to even consider the fact that Season 7 is the next Fortnite season. Where's the time gone? I feel like I was just playing Season 2 yesterday, like legitimately. I played this game through all the seasons except Season 1, and we're already on Season 7. This thing is moving fast, man. Time goes by quickly. So at this point, everyone knows about the very real likelihood of the Skull Trooper and the Ghoul Trooper, as well as holiday skins and other Halloween items especially, returning to Fortnite. The Skull Trooper is featured in the trailer for Season 6. The Skull Trooper even has an icon in the Battle Pass for Season 6. Not to mention, the Skull Trooper literally is a Halloween skin, and they've experimented with adding other rare skins to the game before, such as Power Chord and Red Knight. I want to quickly reaffirm that stance. I still very much believe that the Skull Trooper and potentially the Ghoul Trooper are returning this season for Halloween. Maybe even around Halloween for a Halloween event. That would make a lot of sense, but I don't think they're just going to, out of the blue, put it in the shop with no announcement. Now, the reason that I strongly believe this is because if you remember back to other skins that were kind of in the same boat here as Skull Trooper, really rare skins that people were looking for, such as the Red Knight and Power Chord. In both cases, Fortnite went to Twitter before it actually came to the game again and teased it and got people hyped up. And it's not like that was just a coincidence. That was completely calculated from a marketing and a business standpoint, because they know those skins are skins people want. Like, let's not kid ourselves. On Twitter for so long, the responses and the replies to every Fortnite tweet was bring back Skull Trooper, bring back Power Chord, and finally, they brought back one of them. They brought back Power Chord. They knew it was in popular demand, and so to make sure everyone got the memo, they put it out on Twitter, and people would retweet and share with their friends and start talking, and then everyone would know Power Chord's coming back. Let's get on tonight and buy that skin. I imagine it will be very much the same way with Fortnite Battle Royale's Skull Trooper skin. Like, this skin is something they know is like the most popular, the most sought after skin, so they want to make sure everyone knows. They might even do a big announcement and say, like it's coming out in a few days, or even tease it for a week or two before it comes out, so the hype is building up around it and everyone knows it is inevitably going to come out and they can get their money ready. Ultimately, it's business, and Epic wants to make as much money as they can, and they know people will spend lots of money on the Skull Trooper, so they're going to do everything in their power to maximize their profits. It's just a good business model. That's it for me today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I sincerely hope you did. Make sure to go ahead and show your support by dropping a like on the video, as well as subscribing to the channel if you would be ever so kind. Also, if you're really interested in Fortnite and you want to be updated and among the first to learn about everything, I'd suggest turning on those post notifications so you can be fully in the loop every time I upload a video, which is basically every day. If I miss a day uploading, that is definitely an abnormality. I try to upload every single day, often multiple times per day, to get you guys the latest info on Fortnite, because I know you guys love the game just like I do and you want to be updated. So I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one, and until then, peace out.